Hey, Buff Nation, welcome to the Buffalo Stampede Home Edition on Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Kind of a fun adventure we've had going here while we're on lockdown, getting a hold of some former Buffs. And we've got a great one on today for the world of track and field who's got an interesting story, and that's Kara Goucher. Kara, how are you? Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm doing well. Thank you.
We had to get you on to talk about this story about you getting a medal, 13 years later. Take us back to 2007 and kind of set the scene so we can kind of unwrap this story a little bit.
Yeah, in 2007, it was my first World Championship team. I think on paper, I was ranked somewhere in the 20s, and I just raced really aggressively that day. It was very hot, and a lot of the favorites faltered. And with about a mile to go, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm fifth in the world. I can't believe this is happening. And then with a lap to go, I thought, one of us, the top two were away from us, but there was three of us fighting for the bronze. And I just thought, I gotta give it a shot. And so I mustered up all my strength and was able to kick into third. And I mean, in an instant, my life just completely changed.
I bet it did. So now you've got your first World Championship medal and you move on with your career. But that's not the end of this story. And it took a while for this thing to come back around. What was it, 8 years later, you found out that you weren't a bronze medalist, you're actually a silver medalist. Tell us about that.
And sprinting for the tape in third place with a bronze medal is Kara Goucher.
Yeah, so in 2015, a reporter from Sports Illustrated called me and he said, hey, did you hear you're the silver medalist? And I was like, what are you talking about? But they had retested our samples from that day back in Osaka. And second place, Evelyn Abligesi, she had tested positive for steroids in the retest. And so I just couldn't believe it. And then it took a couple years because she had the chance to fight it. And then in 2017, it became official. And myself and Joe Pavey of Great Britain got to go to the World Championships in London and stand on the podium, but our medals weren't ready yet. So we got to go. That Jenny and Emma, of course, from Colorado also competed there. And it was a great moment, but they still didn't have medals. So it's taken another 2.5 years to actually get the medal.
Okay, so you finally get the medal now in 2020. Take us back to that moment. You got a little hint earlier the day before the actual medal arrived. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it had to be coming sometime because Joe had received hers about a month ago. But that morning I got flowers delivered to my house from USA Track and Field, and it said, congratulations, sorry it's taken so long. And I went to our office and I told my husband, I said, I think my medal is coming today. And sure enough, it came around 4 o'clock, and it was just crazy that it finally happened, but we got it.
I love the fact that you got that. And then you can, and your husband's a Buff, by the way, Adam. So he had kind of worked out a little deal with friends and family. Is that right? So you guys actually had a ceremony for you getting the silver medal?
Yeah, so I had decided to go for a second run. I just was emotionally feeling a little weird, and he said, just go for a run. When you come back, we'll give you the medal. So I didn't even look at it. I didn't open the box or anything. And while I was gone, he had organized friends and family to call in on a Zoom call, which was, really, really nice. And a lot of people called in. And so my family got to see me. Colt put it around my neck, and it was official. I'm finally the silver medalist.
That's outstanding. And you use it as a teaching moment for your son, too, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely. We talked a lot about how it's never too late to do the right thing. It's never too late to right a wrong, and that those things matter no matter when it is. Like I don't race super competitively anymore, and I have zero chance of making another World Championship or Olympic team, but it still mattered that they did the right thing and presented the right medals to the right people.
Oh, that's awesome. Great message for your son. Hey, you talk about not competing at a high level, but I got to bring up last year, you won your division, the Leadville Marathon, and that was quite a taxing race for you and a learning experience. You continue at this joint juncture in your career to kind of push the envelope a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, I had run a marathon in the fall with Mark Miltmore and Heather Burrows helping me train for that, or in the winter in January, and then I just wanted to try something new, and so I came up with this idea to run the Leadville Marathon. And it was the hardest race I've ever done. I just totally underestimated the altitude, the elevation, how hard it would be. But thanks to the kindness of others, truly, I survived it with other people helping me along. And then last fall, I decided to try my first ultra marathon. So I ran a 50K in California. So I've still run a lot. I'm just not fast anymore.
That's outstanding. Yeah, and believe it, who are much older, you understand what you're talking about there. Hey, before we let you go, though, I you about Danny Jones. You being one of the great buffs who kind of set the table for Jenny Simpson, and Emma Coburn, and those that followed you. What was your take on the career that Danny Jones has just wrapped up, winning the National Track and Field Female Athlete of the Year award?
I mean, CU's been really lucky to have a lot of great athletes, but Danny really is a once in a generation athlete. And I mean, we've been able to see her come up. It's really unfortunate that she didn't get to have her last indoor and outdoor campaigns, because I think they were going to be spectacular, but she did so much while she was here. She won cross country. She led the team to victory. And many individual titles. And Danny's just an incredible person. And so it's been really fun to get to know her a little bit and run with her some when I would go train and run practice with the girls here and there. But just to watch her handle that pressure, and I'm super excited to see what she does, because I think she's going to become one of those all-time greats that we talk about years from now.
Yeah, she's an all-time great. You're certainly an all-time great. Congratulations. I'm glad that silver medal is hanging around the proper neck, even though it's 13 years later. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Buffs great Kara Goucher joining us here on the Buffalo Stampede, the home edition. I'm Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. We'll talk to you next time.